Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about a question I have from a member inside of PDS. And this question is: Are anxious, preoccupied attachment style individuals emotionally unavailable? And this is a really intelligent and insightful question. And the answer is yes. Technically, they are emotionally unavailable. Now, not completely, and nobody's technically completely emotionally unavailable, but much less emotionally available than a securely attached person. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, "What? But I'm so like warm and open and all these different things." Yes, but emotional availability requires giving and it requires receiving. And if I don't know how to receive in a relationship the things that I'm seeking or desiring, because I don't have those things in the relationship to myself, so it doesn't land, then there is an aspect of us subconsciously self-sabotaging emotional connection. So let's look a little more specifically at how this really occurs. So let's pretend I'm anxious, preoccupied. And let's say I really, really want to feel validated in my relationships from others. And when people give me words of affirmation and build me up or see me and say, "Oh, I noticed you have this really nice trait or quality," or whatever it is, I get really drawn to that. Well, part of me is going to hunger for it if I'm out of relationship in it to myself. But then the secondary aspect of me, if I am so out of relationships, so let's say somebody tells me that I am um, kind. Okay. And let's say I beat myself up all day long in my internal dialogue. If I'm ever make a mistake, if I'm ever rude or short and I'm like, "Oh my God, I said that thing, I'm going to get abandoned. I don't deserve to have people around me." And I'm like very negative in my internal dialogue. When somebody comes to me to say, "Oh, you're kind," and pay me this nice compliment, I'm going to be like, "Oh, they compliment me." And I'm going to be drawn to that because it shows the promise of meeting a deeply unmet need in the relationship to myself. But then at a deeper layer, my subconscious mind is going to sabotage receiving it. It's going to go, "Oh, they said that. Oh my gosh, that's such a nice compliment." And it's going to, sort of ruminate about it. But then later on, we're going to go, "Oh, they didn't really mean that," or, "Oh no, they haven't seen me when I'm not kind," or, "Oh, they don't know me well enough yet and they're probably going to, pull away from me anyways." And so because we cannot receive things truly in a way that like lasts at the subconscious level, if we don't have a subconscious comfort zone around it, anything that we have that is out of relationship to ourselves. So if I don't have a relationship to myself to meet the need of encouragement, self-validation, and instead it's self-criticism, beating myself up, then when people do compliment me, I'm going to deflect, I'm going to doubt it, question it, not let it land, all these different things. And so I don't tend to, if I'm the anxious, preoccupied person, have a healthy relationship to receiving the things, even though I'm chasing them on one level. And the reason is that at a deeper level, we have basically competing needs. The need to fill these buckets of that we don't have met in our lives, but also the need to maintain our subconscious comfort zone because that equals safety and safety equals familiarity. So while the promise of these needs being met for attention, validation, whatever it might be, really pulls and will be drawn towards it, when we get them met, we tend to then not allow it to really land with us. We tend to question it or deflect it or think we're not good enough or doubt it or basically unequilibrate it. Like if somebody's giving us this stuff, sometimes we subconsciously self-sabotage. We push the person away by becoming too needy. We hold on too tight to the things, assuming that we're not deserving of them and we may not get them again. And so all of those things actually create sort of, you can imagine like a break in the chain, and it prevents that ongoing, healthy, emotional, available two-way interaction from really taking shape. Now, the other way that the anxious, preoccupied individual is also sometimes emotionally unavailable is if I don't know my own feelings and needs throughout the day, that also acts as a barrier to emotional connection because I can't say, "Hey, I have a boundary here and this thing is unimportant," or I can't be authentic in, what feels okay for me, what doesn't feel okay for me, what words are okay with me, what words are not okay with me. I can't communicate those things authentically, not because I'm trying to be inauthentic, but because I'm out of touch with them in the relationship to myself. And so if I don't know what my feelings are, my triggers are, my wounds are, my needs are, my desires are, my boundaries are, then I have a limited capacity to connect with somebody under those pretenses, around those things. And then, yes, we might have this infatuation or attraction that goes two ways. We might chase somebody and be really interested in them, but we don't get to develop a deep, emotionally connected and available relationship as our true self, because we are disconnected from our true self. And so that absolutely acts as a massive barrier to emotional connection and emotional availability as well. And if you're people pleasing all day and kind of contorting yourself into becoming whoever you think people need you to be in order to receive some kind of closeness, you're not receiving closeness effectively, right? You're receiving closeness at a surface level, because it's not the depth of who you are that gets to receive closeness and be in relationship. And so that's yet another way that we create a barrier to emotional connection. So yes, anxious, preoccupied individuals are driven by emotional connection and closeness the most, but they often are at the same time self-sabotaging it at a subconscious level because of some of the inner workings and programming within them. So if this is something you find yourself struggling with, if this is something that you find in terms of like relationships being unfulfilling, not lasting, not being able to like break through painful relationship cycles, check out the anxious, preoccupied attachment style courses in the school, the reprogramming one and the advanced one, which talks about how your attachment style may show up differently in each of the 6 stages of a relationship. I will put a link in the description box below. And there's a money back guarantee, so you can go in, you can check it out. It gives you tools and resources to like really buckle down and just get to the root of the problem, take action steps on a regular basis that help you create transformation. And it just will end up saving you time and energy that, the YouTube channel is great to give you resources and information, but not necessarily all the step-by-step exercises and tools that can truly help you break through. So check it out. Thank you so much for being here. Great question from our PDS member. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're getting a lot of value out of the channel, and I will see you in the next video.